What's up, everybody? I'm Zach with Half Pace Outdoors. We're going to talk about something very personal today for those of you who deal with spinal cord injury like myself. And it's going to cover one of the most common questions I get asked, and that is, how do you use a catheter in the woods?
I'm done wasting away. No excuses, there is nothing left to say. Finding a spark deep down in the dark is far from easy, but I needed a brand new start.
The biggest thing to that, guys, is, and I don't take a lot of antibiotics. I might take antibiotics once every 2 years. Probiotics is where it's at. It's all about probiotics. You got to have your probiotics for bladder health. And I think that's why I don't deal with infections a lot. I drink kombucha tea, which does awesome. You know, I've been drinking kombucha tea for the last, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. I've had one infection. At least one infection that required antibiotics. So, this looks like a good log to sit down on. This is going to be somewhat hypothetical. I'm not about to, like, show you guys my junk in front of camera. Sorry. It's YouTube. Alright, so let's sit down and talk about this. Okay, so one of the most common questions I get asked is, how do you use a catheter in the woods and you're not getting infections and you're staying clean enough to do it? I use intermittent catheters. I've got to use about 4 a day. So here's how I do it. And guys, I don't wear gloves. Every catheter is a touchless catheter. It's cold out, so I've got these gloves on. Now here's how I do this without showing you guys the whole inserting deal. I always keep the next catheter I'm going to use in my pocket, along with whatever I'm going to need to use it. And in that case, I use 2 wet wipes. Wet wipes. And then in this pocket, I have my catheter and my lube. So, I rip one of these off. Let's set that one down. I open one of these up. And I clean my hands the absolute best that I can. And a little bit of a pro tip, guys. Wet wipes or wet ones? Wet ones, big wipes. They're in a big, they almost look like the same packs that baby wipes come in, but they're big and red. Those things are awesome for this, but I got to get some new ones. This is just what I have with me out here today. So, clean your hands up. If they're really, really dirty, I will boil some water and let it cool down so that it's just hot, like, just so I can put my hands in it, and I'll clean my hands up that way. So once I've got my hands clean, I'll pull myself out, and I use another one for wiping me. Okay? So now we're on to the catheter. Your hands are all clean. I'm nice and clean. If you guys use intermittent catheters, you probably get these little lubricant packs. And my red rubber catheter. So, how's this touchless? If there's no, like, touchless sleeve in here. It's this packaging right here, guys. This is going to be, I'm about to save you all kinds of money on buying gloves. Just watch this. So, we open this up a little bit without touching the inside of our packaging. What you do, or what I do, is I just pinch down on the bell of the catheter, open my packet up, Okay, now every time I touch this catheter, I'm only touching the bell, and that doesn't get inserted. So open your lube pack, and we leave about 4 inches of this still enclosed. Okay, so open that without touching the inside of your packaging. Put your lubricant straight into your pack. Okay. Straighten the bell back out. And you're gonna kind of close this. You're just gonna kind of lay it back on top. And then what you do is what I do is I start working my lubricant down so that it gets all the way down to the tip of the catheter in the package, and you just squeeze it down the package like so. Okay, so you've got about 6 inches of your catheter lubricated. Grab the clear part of your packaging and separate it. Take it completely off. We're not touching our catheter with our fingers. We're using the inside of this plastic bump, this plastic blister pack. Okay? So, I mean, then it's just a matter of orienting the catheter in the position that you need and insert. That's how I use a catheter in the woods, guys, and I don't get infections. I don't have to carry gloves anymore. It makes your catheter touchless. Yeah. All right. I really hope that helps some of you guys. This is a very personal subject for me to talk about. And to be honest, I almost didn't do a video about this. I was just going to kind of blog about it, but I think I'm starting to get more and more people with SCI watching my videos than those of you who don't have SCI, spinal cord injury. So yeah, that's all it is, guys. And I mean, you know, you can always touch this bell. You can always touch this end of the catheter because it doesn't get inserted. So if you need to, there you go. Pinch, insert, and then it's getting like really cold out here, so everything's getting a little stiff. But all right, I just wasted a catheter to show you guys that, but I'm about to call it a day out here, and I wanted to do this little video for you. So there you go. Make sure you subscribe, go down and hit the bell for further notifications, and go down there and just hammer the living crap out of that like button. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for coming out to Half Pace Outdoors.